Shot in Oakland, it's a story about a boy who loses everything, but with the love of his grandma, he navigates the world through a new lens. Joining us this morning to talk about his documentary, My Life Oakland, the third edition, is the director and creator himself, Andy Toe. Andy, great to have you back on.
Buenos dias, coming to you live from Mexico. We out here.
I love
Good
it.
morning.
You're representing with the A's hat. I like it. Hey,
we out here.
To me, it's a story of survival. It's a story of family, a story for the love of a city, right? So when you sit back, Andy, and you watch it, the finished product, what do you see?
I see growth. I see this is the story I put behind me for a large part of my life. Something that I definitely used to be ashamed of, but something I sort of grew into. It wasn't easy growing up in Oakland. I'm sure a lot of us could relate, especially growing up in the East. And I use the camera, I use filmmaking and storytelling as my, and I just use that as my way out.
Yeah.
I just found my way out through storytelling and through filmmaking, which was a blessing because I actually learned that from my grandparents. They taught me that. So this film is it's recreating my life when I was pretty much 6 years old. What it looked like, what it felt like. I'm half Vietnamese, so you're gonna see my grandma speaking in Vietnamese, and I personally haven't seen anything like this before, and I'm gonna put my foot down as a Asian filmmaker, and hopefully inspire others to tell their own stories or to enable other people to put their story on screen or just to talk about it and just be comfortable with being themselves. Yeah. I think
hey, Andy,
for me at least.
You use the word ashamed. I want to ask you about it. Why did you use the word ashamed?
Well, growing up on like Section 8 housing and getting food stamps and the whole nine, like that was just a part of my upbringing. And when I was growing up, I didn't really understand it until I had to go with my grandma to get our food stamps and understand that I was struggling and that we didn't have much, and that my grandma would scream at me when I left the electricity on, when I left the light on, when I left the TV on. But she taught me life lessons. She taught me to be like resourceful, and she taught me to don't be wasteful. And these are things I carry with me pretty much.
And it sounds like she just wants you to be live a positive life. I mean, even in our newscast this morning, we had negative stories about a homicide in Oakland. The 100th of the year. I mean, how important is it for you to shine more of a positive story about Oakland instead of the negative ones?
I mean, that's built into my, I guess, genetic DNA. And now it's just like finding the beauty in the struggle. When I was at Fremont High, like one of our class assignments was to try to make Fremont look good and try to make it look nice and beautiful. And it's like how am I gonna do that? It's Fremont. But I found a way. The roses actually grow from concrete. It's a metaphor and a way of life. And it's, I don't know. I just really enjoy the opportunity to speak with y'all this morning because some of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. But if you don't, you can look it up. My Life Oakland. We have a premiere of the short film
Saturday, right?
This Saturday. I still have tickets left. I still have tickets for the 7 o'clock show and the 2 o'clock show. The 5:10 show sold out.
We're going to put up a graphic.
We're going to show out.
We're going to put up a graphic in just a bit about that. But real quick, we got to let you go. I know you wanted to go to graduate school. You're working on that master's in cinema. How's that going?
You'll see. But one last thing I wanted to say. The 7 o'clock show. Any teachers or students in the OUSD, specifically Oakland, I left this showing specifically for kids, students, people who probably can't afford to go out to the movies. If this is you, please try to get in contact with me through my website or through my Instagram. I got tickets for y'all. I'm trying to get people in, and I'm doing this. It's for this town. It's my story, but I feel like it's our story at the same time. So,
Hey, you've shot documentaries before on an iPhone compared to not. I mean, what do you prefer?
You put any phone or camera in my hands, I'll make you something nasty. Like that's just how I do it.
Hey, you keep dropping them one after another, and they're all great, Andy. They're all great. Congratulations.
And then I just dropped my iPhone 13 Mexico film. I literally just dropped it like a couple of minutes ago. If y'all want to check that out, you can see my latest work. And but yeah, I'm out here in
You're busy. You're a busy man. Hey, Andy, thanks again. Have a good Saturday night and all day. And just so our viewers know, if you want to see the documentary, My Life Oakland, it premieres Saturday, as you said, CGV Theaters on Van Ness in San Francisco. The event starts at 1 with a meet and greet. First screening, as he said, 2 o'clock. Second one is sold out, but then that newly added screening starts at 7 p.m. Tickets are $15.
We will hear from Andy again, I'm sure.